Hey there, welcome to my channel where I take you on tours of tiny and unique homes. With the holidays just around the corner, today we're featuring a tour of a tiny house that's been super decorated for Christmas. This tiny home belongs to Luanne, and she's going to tell us why she decided to downsize and how it's afforded her to have the life of her dreams. Luanne's tiny house is parked in one of the largest tiny house villages in the entire country. And if you're interested in seeing our tour of this village, make sure you check out the link in the description. And if you like these kind of videos, make sure that you subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you know every single time we publish a new tour.
Will you join me? Will you roll? Make this house our tiny home.
Hi, I'm Luanne, this is Bentley, and this is my tiny house, The Nest. I was immediately fascinated by tiny homes. I knew that that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to live in a tiny house. I didn't know anything about them yet. I didn't know what size, but I was fascinated about living in a space with just the things that you need. I think I was just so ready to downsize that it wasn't heartbreaking to get rid of these things. It was kind of freeing. It was freeing to not have all of that anymore. So when it came time to actually buy a house, I'd been watching a lot of videos, but I'd kind of honed in on Incredible Tiny Homes with Randy Jones and just felt like that's where I wanted to have my house built. And he was building communities here, which was huge to me. I got this house for just under $79,000. It was about a year and a half from the time that I put my first deposit down to when I moved into my house. I've lived here a little over a year. I'm not in my permanent lot yet. I'm subleasing this lot, but people who live in this community pay $200 a month for their rent. We pay an extra like $25 a month right now for water, and then we pay our own electric, which is an amazing deal. I just retired. I can live on my Social Security here, which is great. For the outside of my house, I went with lap siding, just a wood lap siding, because I wanted it to have a real natural feel, but I wanted white trim to make it pop a little bit. And then went with the black metal for the roofing. The sound of rain on the roof is magical, even though Bentley doesn't like it very much. The dimensions are 10 feet wide by 28 feet long, and I believe it's 13.5 feet tall. I had stayed in an 8.5 by 19 foot house for a weekend and knew that I wanted to have something a little larger than that for my permanent home. So when I knew that the 10 foot wide was available, I wanted to go with that just to keep the price in the area that I wanted to. 28 feet worked out perfectly, and I love it. We're also decorated with my 12th man Seahawks flag, because I lived in Seattle for 23 years before moving here, so go Hawks. This is the Seahawk contingent here at Incredible Tiny Homes. I love to decorate for Christmas, and I actually did decorate it for fall. I don't normally decorate all the time, but I love Christmas. Here's the start of it. Wait till you get inside. So let's head over to the front of the house. When I was planning the house, I wanted to have a lot of light coming in. So I planned to have 9 windows, which kind of brought light in from all sides of the house. Just to have a little variation in the siding, we put cedar shakes up in the dormers, which is just a nice change of texture. Okay, I want to take you over to the shed. So this is my little mini-me shed. I painted it so it would look kind of like the house. People always wonder where I store my Christmas decorations and tables, other things. It all goes in here, which is wonderful. Incredible Tiny Homes built this shed. We all have exactly the same shed, but we can decorate it however we want. Okay, come on in, I'll show you the inside. As you can see, this is the main living area in the house, which I love the 10-foot width because it just gives so much room for living. I love how this all works out. We can actually fit 10 people in here for a dinner party. So it's been really fun. Dinner parties, we did a Downton Abbey tea, we've done craft days here. The community is a huge part of being here, and I've made some wonderful friends. It's fun to gather people together. So when I was planning the house, they had said it's a really great idea to have windows opposite your door, so when you walk in, it doesn't feel really closed in. You feel like you're looking right back out into nature. So that was really important to me, to place these windows here. And the other thing, I wanted to have something dividing the loft from down here because I didn't want my dog to take a header off the loft. And it worked out great because I can put all my books up there, then it gives privacy up in the loft if somebody else is staying here too. So let's head into the kitchen now. So in the kitchen, this is my pantry, and then just other food storage. Bentley has his own little drawer with all of his goodies in there. And then all the pots and pans and that type of thing are all in the corner cabinet. And it works out great. If I was going to do anything different, I might not have had the cooktop put in the counter, but have a portable one that I could lift out, which would leave the countertop free if I'm not cooking necessarily. What I use the most is this, I don't know if it's called a toaster oven, but it's a dehydrator, an air fryer. It does a little bit of everything. So that gets used the most. And then the cooktop. And then there's a microwave up here too, which is also really handy. One thing that people like, and I had seen it in another tiny house, is putting the shelf across the windows. I like the look of it, and it gives you more space to store things. So that's been a great addition. Countertop is butcher block, which is what came with it, but I love it. And then they put in a little drop sink here, so that works out great. And there's actually another piece of countertop that I can drop into the sink. So when we're doing a buffet, it just carries over and covers over, so we can use the whole counter. And then moving over here, this is like my work area. It's where I eat, where I do crafts. I wanted a table that I could do all those things at, and found this wonderful antique table in the town next door. So that was a find. And I love having the window here. I've got a bird feeder right outside so I can watch the birds while I'm sitting here. But this has been a wonderful part of my tiny. So up above me in the loft, you'll see there's the mini split, which provides heat and air conditioning. So the air conditioning is great. It works on its own. The heat is good, but heat rises and it's up high. And the fan that I bought doesn't have a reverse on it to bring heat down. So there's also on my fireplace, it gives off heat. So between the mini split and the fireplace, that works great. And then actually in my bathroom, I have a little space heater that I'll use in the morning when I'm taking a shower. Okay, let's head down to the hallway now. When I was downsizing, I knew that storage would be a really important thing. I knew I wanted this calyx shelf from IKEA because it would have so much storage in it. It serves as my dresser, as storage for sewing materials, for so many different things. I wanted to have a place for hanging clothes, so I figured at the end of the bookshelf, I could do that here and kind of hide it away. The hangers stuck out further than I planned on, so I got children's hangers, and it works out great because they just don't come out quite as far, so it doesn't come out as far into the hallway. So let's head upstairs to the bedroom. This is my loft. Love this bedroom. It's so cozy. It doesn't feel claustrophobic at all. I have a queen size foam. It's not even a mattress. It's just a high density 4-inch foam that I have in here. So I'm 5'7". I believe this is 43 inches from the floor to the ceiling, so I have plenty of room to sit up. It's easy to crawl into the space. I actually got an extra piece of foam and put it right by the top of the stairs, so when I'm crawling in, I'm crawling on foam all the way in. This is the back side of the bookcase. This layout has just worked out so well. Across from this is the bathroom. Come on in. It's so nice because it's very spacious for a bathroom in a tiny house. I knew when I was designing the house that I wanted to have the stairs going up the back of the house. So my biggest concern was that the washer dryer would fit underneath the stairs, but it worked out perfectly. So I got my combo washer and dryer, which I love it. Some people don't like them. I don't know why, because this has worked perfectly for me. And then I have on-demand water. And then I've got a 36-inch shower. In the condo that I had in Seattle, in the master bedroom, I had a 32-inch shower. So this feels really spacious to me. I didn't plan on the Keystone Arch. The carpenter that built the stairs and did all the woodwork here on the inside, he just did it on his own, but I love it. It's beautiful. I had to be careful the first couple times because I hit my head on the corner, but I learned very quickly not to do that. I think the best part of tiny living is just how it simplifies your life, but also just the financial freedom that it gives. My house is paid for. It's kind of incredible. I can't tell you how many times I've just sat and just looked at my house and I'm like, I can't believe this was all in my head and now I'm sitting in it. I just want to thank Incredible Tiny Homes. What they're doing here is amazing, and it's making tiny house living affordable for people. This is a miracle. I can't believe this has happened. Because of them, I've got this sweet little house, my little cottage, the life I want to live.
Thanks for watching this week's video. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to check out a tour of the incredible tiny house village where Luanne is parked via the link in the description.